Okay, so can you hear me okay, Andy?
Yep.
Awesome. All right, so today I want to go over the MRE listing presentation, the entire process from start to finish. Obviously, this would be a call of some sort of a lead, expired, canceled, FISBO, database, whatever, right? I go through the pre-qualification script with that person, the pre-listing package, how do you sell homes, script, pricing script, and the next steps, right? So I'm going to do a real quick expired call, right, Andy? So this is going to be kind of a loft on the actual call, and then we'll go through the pre-call script, okay? Ring, ring, ring.
Hello?
Yeah, hey there, this is Jordan Mayton with the Mayton Real Estate Group. I was just calling about that property on ABC Street.
Yeah. We just took it off market.
Yeah, I just saw it came off the market, and I was calling, I saw it came off, and I was wondering if you're still trying to get that property sold.
Yeah, I mean, we're headed to Idaho. We've been trying to get this thing sold for 6-7 months.
Oh, Idaho, that's exciting. What takes you out there?
We got a new job, and so we bought a house out there recently. We're paying 2 mortgages right now.
Oh, okay. So, all right. So you got to get this sold relatively quickly. I mean, let me ask you, what do you think stopped the last agent from selling the home?
I don't know. We got a couple showings, but it didn't seem like there was a whole lot of people that came through. I don't know. It might have been price.
Oh, okay. All right. So you think the price might have been an issue, just weren't getting the push that you needed. Well, it sounds like we might be a good fit, and that we should probably get together and meet. How does this Tuesday at 2 or Wednesday at 4 sound?
Yeah, I could do Tuesday.
Tuesday. Awesome. So I'll go into my calendar tomorrow. Does 5 o'clock sound all right?
Yeah, that'll work for me.
All right. I'm going to meet Andy at 123 ABC Street. In my calendar, I'm not doing this. I make it green. And then, Andy, can I get your phone number?
Yeah, 971-213-5144.
Awesome, Andy. All right, so I got that in there. Andy, before I get started, and before I come out, I have a couple of questions to ask you,
Okay.
right? If what I say makes sense, and you feel comfortable and confident that I could get the property sold, are you planning to list your home with me when I come out tomorrow, Tuesday at 5 o'clock?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, we really want to get on with this. So if you're a good fit, absolutely.
Okay, great. So are you planning to interview more than one agent for the job of selling the home?
I hadn't really thought about it. You're the first person we talked to.
Oh, okay. So you're moving to Idaho. You need to, you'd like to be there sooner than later because you already bought a house out there and you got a mortgage, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so when I see you, how much do you want to list the home for?
We're thinking, I mean, we're probably going to drop the price a little bit, but probably like 450.
All right, 450. Excellent. And as a professional real estate agent, I study homes and prices every day. Therefore, I assume you'll list with me at a price that will cause your home to sell. Correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So Andy, what price will you just not go below?
I mean, we probably can't go below 425.
Okay. 425 is the absolute awesome bottom that you can go. And let me ask you this. How much do you currently owe on the property?
We owe like 380.
380?
Yeah.
Okay, well, that makes sense then, right? And have you ever thought about selling it yourself?
We did, but it's just too much. We got the 2 houses and then we're working. It's just, we can't really do that.
Okay, cool. I'll be sending over a package of information later today. Can you take a few moments and review it before I come out tomorrow at 5 o'clock?
Yeah, certainly.
Okay. Do you have any questions before I come out?
Yeah, I mean, what do you guys charge?
You know what? That's the first thing we're going to go over when I get out there. But I can assure you this, we'll get you an awesome price and make sure there's plenty of money left in your pocket. Does that sound good to you?
Yeah.
Right on. Okay, well, I'll see you out there Tuesday, 5 o'clock tomorrow, and I'll give you a call before I come out. Is that all right, Andy?
Yeah, it sounds good.
All right, buddy. Hey, you take care. I'll talk to you soon.
All right.
Great. So that's the prequal script, right? We did a little quick expired call, nothing too fancy, because this video isn't really about expireds and cancels and calls. It's more about the listing presentation. So we do the prequal script, and then you do a pre-listing package. A pre-listing package is delivered to the house or sent UPS. We have a fully filled out CMA, a fully done CMA, listing contracts. It's got net sheets, right? It's got the whole enchilada. And a good listing contract. I bet you I could find one in 2 seconds. So one of the more recent ones that I've done myself. So this one I did, right? It's got the cover. It's got the property when they bought it, because this was not an expired, the tax record. And then I have the comps, client fulls with photographs, right? And then at the end, typically, I'll give some sort of a range. So I gave them between 700 and 750 because I haven't been to this house yet. But I got the net sheets. I got my commission in there. I got everything in there, right? So that's a CMA. I also will have one of my marketing books. So on a property like this, I do like one of my marketing books, right? Which is the luxury package. What else? And of course, we have a fully filled out listing contract, and we have it delivered to the house, right? I also bring this pre-qualification script because I go through it again in my listing presentation when I'm at the house. It shows him that I've been paying attention, right? So I do a couple things. I tell him that I'm going to send a package out. I do. I tell him I'm going to be there at a specific time. I'm on time. I repeat the answers he gave me on the phone and have it filled out so I know what to say when I'm at the house. And then, I show up, I know what the market is. And so I've already proven to myself to be a professional before, we even get into price or whether or not he's going to list with me. So, so that's a highly skilled way for a professional broker to show up. Yeah. So I also bring a copy of the listing contract and CMA with me because there's a good chance that he might have left it at the office or threw it away by accident. And so I always have a copy with me. He gets sent one, I have one. So I always have doubles. Okay, so I come out to the house. Andy's there. Of course, I've already called him or texted him and say, hey, Andy's here Tuesday at 5. You got it, buddy. Look forward to seeing you. And then we get together. Okay. So, hey there. Thanks again for having me over. I'm excited about getting your home on the market and getting it sold. And do you mind if I take a quick look at the home?
Yeah, please.
All right. Let me kind of give me an idea of what you've done here so far.
So we bought it in 90, and in like 2010 we did some upgrades, updated the kitchen, the bathroom.
So what upgrades did you do to the kitchen?
We did new cabinets and countertops.
Oh, new cabinets, new countertops. Okay, I'll write that down. What else?
I think we updated like the sink, and then in the bathrooms, I mean, we did the whole thing. We did new shower stalls, kitchen, or like sink, mirrors.
Okay, you completely redid the bathrooms. You added in a new sink. Okay, let me write that down. How about some of the main parts of the home? The roof. When was the last time that was looked at?
I don't know. I don't really think since we've moved in. I mean, we have people that take care of it every year.
Okay, so you're keeping maintenance on the new roof, but it's original. How about the furnace and water heater?
I think we did the water heater when we did the bathrooms and kitchen.
Okay, so new water heater, excellent. When was that bathroom remodel?
Like 2010.
2010. Okay, great. How about the siding? When was the last time the house was painted?
It's probably been a couple years.
Okay, like 2 years, 5 years, 10 years?
Probably no more than 5.
Okay, so sometime in the last 4 to 5 years. Excellent. Is there anything major about the home that you think that needs to be done or addressed?
I mean, we were considering like egress windows for the basement.
Oh, okay. Egress windows is maybe an option. What are your favorite parts about the home?
I don't know. I like the location. It's just kind of quiet. We're here in the cul-de-sac, and there's not really a whole lot going on behind us.
All right. Well, Andy, hey, I appreciate you showing me around the home. I've wrote down some really great notes about the home and some of the things you've done to it. Um, before I came out, I thought of three real important questions I needed to ask you. And number one is, do you absolutely have to sell this home?
Yeah, we got to
Yeah. You got to make the move to Idaho, right? Okay. And will you price your home to sell, or do you want to keep it on the market for a long period of time?
I mean, we can't lose money on this is the biggest thing.
Okay. You got to make a certain amount of money.
Yeah.
Okay, great. And Andy, do you want me to handle the sale for you?
I mean, I don't really know what you guys do. Like, I don't necessarily have time to waste.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to just make sure that we're moving forward with the right company.
Awesome. So, Andy, at the end of my presentation tonight, one of three things will happen, right? You'll have the opportunity to list your home with me, or you'll decide not to list your home with me, or I'll decide not to take your listing. Any one is fine. Let me quickly take a moment and review the questions I asked you over the phone. So I go back to the prequal script that I have printed with me, right? I say, you said that that you weren't planning on interviewing more than one agent. You said you're moving to Idaho. You said you need to get there immediately because you have another house for sale or that you've already purchased. You said you wanted to list your home for $450, but you had to get at least $425, and that you currently owe $380. Does that sound about right?
Yeah.
Excellent. So my presentation tonight will start with going over a marketing plan of action. Then we'll go over some comparables as well as price. One of the great things about working with a team like ours is that we average 4.6% more than the average broker, and allows you to end up getting a higher final sales price, so you walk away with more money. Does that sound good to you?
Yeah.
Excellent. So, it's crucial you understand the difference between our business organization and some others so that you have an idea of how we sell homes. Do you mind if I jump into that?
Yeah, please.
All right. So you're not hiring an individual broker, but a team of professionals and systems that we execute at a high level. We opened around in 2009, and we're one of the top 20 brokers in the region out of 14,000. We are expecting to be able to do over 200 homes this year, and that by the end of 2010, our team should be one of the Wall Street Journal's top 250 teams in the country. This year, we'll sell over 60 million in homes, over 200 properties. In 2019, that put us in the top 0.5% of brokers in the region. Of course, we have all the accolades: Master Circle, Diamond, Platinum members, Certified Home members, 5-star professionals, Forbes. Of course, we're on the radio, and we're currently selling a property almost every other day. When sellers follow our recommendation, we're netting 4.6% more than the average broker. And 45% of the properties we sold last year were purchased from out-of-state buyers. 25% of those buyers were from outside the country, right? Most brokers do the 3 Ps, right? They put a sign out front, they put it on the MLS, they pray that it sells. And what we do is we spend $57,000 every single month to market our properties and really do an incredible job of exposing them to bring more buyers and ultimately make more money for the property, right? Of course, we have our own in-house video production crew, full-time video production crew in-house. We have a $10,000 Google marketing budget. Our websites are getting over 20,000 people every single month. We have a $4,000 social media budget. We have 3 different MLSs, Salem, MLS, Portland, and of course, Portland, Vancouver, and then up in Seattle, Northwest MLS, as well as an international MLS. It's used by over 800,000 brokers, 150 countries, goes to 40 different languages and 20 currencies. Does this sound like the type of sales system that you're looking for?
Yeah, I mean, the last person, I don't really know like what their credentials were. It was a friend of the family, so I don't know. We just kind of jumped into it because we needed to move quick.
Mm-hmm. Well, I can tell you this, man. We have a proven plan of action that allows us to get our property sold. But at the end of the day, even with all the marketing in the world, and I can go through it as much as you want, at the end of the day, it doesn't, you still need to be priced right. You still need to have the right push. And so having that set up correctly is really key. Do you have any more questions over marketing or some of our systems or our prospecting habits?
Not really. I mean, it seems like it all kind of makes sense there. I mean, how many of it is you?
I'm sorry, what was that?
How many people do work with you, or?
We have 8 brokers on staff. Their job is specifically to sell the properties that we list and help find buyers. And then we have a 4-person administrative team locally, and then we have 2 international admins as well. So in there, it's not an independent brokerage where everyone's kind of doing their own thing. We all work together to get our own property sold. So we do have a team specifically focused on your property and wanting to get it sold. And that's why we're so effective. Last year, we wrote offers on 30% of our properties ourselves.
Okay. Would I be working with you, or?
Yeah, I mean, we would be working together. Now, that said, one of my administrative people might be calling you to make sure the signs went up the right way, or if I missed an initial somewhere. But if you have a question, you call me. Whoever meets the client first is the person who is the lead agent on that. They'll have support and help. But ultimately, if you have a question, give me a call. If I don't pick up, I'll call back within an hour. Johnny on the spot. Okay.
Fair enough.
Right on. So let me jump into price a little bit here. Now obviously we have the marketing plan of action that's going to be effective in getting your property sold. So we really only have 2 issues to look at tonight. Number 1 is your motivation to sell this home, and number 2, the price we set on your home. I've compared what we call comparative market analysis, and there's 2 parts of this research. Part 1 I call fantasy land, la la land, where homeowners list their homes for and they never sell, right? Part 2 we call reality, what real estate agents list and sell homes for, and we're going to have to decide tonight where we're going to be spending our time. So the purpose of a comparative market analysis is to determine the value of your home in the eyes of a buyer. Do you know how buyers determine value?
I don't know, just kind of shopping around.
Yeah, exactly, right? Buyers determine value by comparison shopping. And you're absolutely right. They look at the price of your home based on its features and benefits, and they compare it with the features and benefits of similar homes that have sold recently or are currently on the market. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely.
So really, if we want to increase the value, we can either lower the price, right, and make it more valuable and more competitive, or we can add more features and benefits for the same price, right? Like do a kitchen remodel or put on a new roof, right? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So unless you're planning to add more features and benefits to the home, are you?
Not really. We just need to be done with this thing.
Okay. So price is really our only issue. Can I show you what I mean?
Yeah.
Great. So I pulled up some properties here. This is your property when it was on the market, right? You got 3 bedrooms, 3 baths, 4,500 square feet. And, I pulled up some recent pendings and sold. See, this one's just right down the road. You know this house?
Yeah, I think I drive by that one on my way to work most of the time.
Right? And it's got 4 bedrooms and 3 baths. You see how much square footage it is?
Mm-hmm.
Right? So yours is a little bit bigger than this one. And based on sorry, it threw me off. Based on, the size of your property, I believe that yours is worth a little bit more, right? You can kind of see some of the photographs. I mean, they have a decent view, but the yard's not as big. And then there was this property. Let's see here. I want to show you the good ones. This one right up the road, right? You can see that address. It's 3414 P Circle, just right down the road, right? So look how big their home is. Yeah, it's 5,790 square feet. It's almost 1,200 square feet bigger, right? And they started high at 875, and then eventually went to 735, right? So obviously those comps are complete bullshit compared to the conversation we had earlier, but we're going to ignore that because that's how you go over comps, right? So basically, Andy, based on some of the comparable homes that I showed you, what price do you feel we should use to create value in the eyes of the buyer and get someone to decide to buy your home versus the competition?
Well, based on our conversation earlier, I think we should probably be, I don't know, somewhere around 425, 435.
Exactly. I know that you were a little bit higher before, around 460, and you wanted to go to 450, but I really think in order for you to make that move and get a real good buzz going, I'm going to recommend a price of 425, right? So let me ask you a question. Are you willing to list your home for that price with me tonight?
Yeah, I mean, you guys seem like you're pretty with it.
Okay, great. All we need to do now, Andy, is simply sign the contract so I can help you get what you want and the time you want. Won't that be great?
Yeah, that's awesome.
Great. So I'm going to have you initial here, here, and here, sign here, here, and here. Up, you missed one. Hope you missed one. Sign here, here, here. Okay, great. Andy, now that you've signed the listing contract, I want to just kind of go over with you what the next steps are. Okay. So today is Monday, and we always put properties live on Thursday. I want to make sure this is done properly. So we're not going to go live this Thursday. We're going to go live next Thursday, right? So if today's the 8th, we're going to go on the market on the 18th. Okay. Does that sound all right?
Yeah, I think that'll work.
Okay. And we're going to go, we'll probably have photographs either Friday the 12th or Monday or Tuesday the 15th or 16th. Okay. So what's going to happen is I'm going to take this paperwork back. I'm going to hand it to my administrative team. And my listing coordinator is going to reach out to you to set up photographs and videos, right? It's probably going to be in that time. And I'll have you schedule with her because she runs our videographer schedule. We're going to start to create our online marketing materials as well as print. And we'll also, start to put all the pieces together and all these paperwork and make sure that we send it back to you with timelines so you know what all the timelines are and have copies of all the paperwork. Does that sound all right? Yeah. So typically what we do is we review all offers as they come in, but I like to wait till at least till the next like the Monday. So if we go live Thursday night, I usually will wait until the following Monday before we accept any offers, because there's a chance stuff will come in over the weekend, but I really like to be able to get multiple offers if I can and make sure everyone has a fair chance at writing an offer. It makes you more money, and it just allows us to have a cleaner sale. Is that all right with you?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Great. So buyers pay for and schedule inspections of the property, but we'll walk you through the entire process. And then, of course, we help you negotiate any repairs that come up. And some of those repairs, if they come up, we'll make sure we get bids on them. Our team acts as a concierge. So we really want to make sure that even if you're not here, if you go back to Idaho, for example, that we can get bids, we can get repairs done, we can get it cleaned up. Everything can be handled as a concierge system for you and your move. So also, we'll facilitate the title company paperwork and financing, be sure the property closes. Signing is scheduled and property is closed. You don't need to be here. We can have signing in Idaho. We can have it actually go right to your door. And in fact, we sell a third of our sellers we never even meet. Last year, we sold a third of the properties we sold. The sellers were already out of state. We handled the entire repair, the move, anything that came up, and we just sent them a check. So once it closes officially, buyers will be given possession, and then we'll remove the lockbox and signage, and usually within a week. And but as soon as it closes, the money's wired to you, and it'll hit your account by the next day. Does that sound good?
Yeah.
So do you have any questions for me?
Not at the moment.
Okay, so the last thing I want to give you is your homework, which is the disclosures, right? Because you've lived in the property, you have to do disclosures. So I want you to go through those. When my video guy comes out, either Friday or Monday or Tuesday, he'll grab them from you, and then we'll review them in the office. And if we need to make any changes, we can. But just do the best you can. Fill them in. Yes, no, I don't know. I don't know is a perfectly acceptable answer. Most people don't. And so just remember that. We'll need that and an extra key for the lockbox. And I'll have our listing coordinator reach out here in the next day or two to schedule all the photographs.
Cool.
All right. Hey, Andy, thank you so much. If you have any questions, give me a call. If I don't pick up, I'll call right back, usually within an hour. And we'll get you sold and get you back out to Idaho, okay?
Perfect. Sounds good.
Awesome. Hey, thank you so much. Excellent. So does anybody have any questions about the entire process and how that worked? So you go from making the appointment, you schedule the appointment, then you pre-qual them out with a pre-qualification script. You put together the package, you call before you come out, right? You have an extra copy with you. You go through, how we sell homes, and it's kind of like, their story about their property and what their situation is. Then we go into our marketing. Once we go through the marketing, we go through a price. Once we go through price and they sign, we do the next steps, and we leave the disclosures as homework. Right? So that's the process. That's the MRE process. That's how the scripts go. Thank you so much for being on our call today. Alicia, can you stop the recording?